nyantechwa maybe am this ka be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sound so you free won't you hwe me discover ye mapim tap send Intienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na first ka komo abusuafo wo Ghana afa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now check it the beat is real don't wait make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it push sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre dudu nani etina ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo o so to mfa sika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass ekosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane anase ade bia wo pebia. So ukoton kwa dia enye bebia wo se wutu mu a Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. All call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Yes, September to remember. Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember Dubai Tour with Sammy Flex. Yamu wako Dubai. Who was up tour most of the interesting places be award Dubai. Set Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantis Water Park, Dubai City Tour, Yacht Party Bekos. Now for Yasanso a party in the club. And to tell a friend it's September to Remember Dubai Tour with Sammy Flex and from the 28th of September to 4th October 2022. For reservation friend 0243-514-732 and now friend +971-55-949-4061. September to Remember Dubai Tour with Sammy Flex bed there. Come, let's go Dubai. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant. Taste.
Okay, so we are gathered here to do what we have to do best, and that is to talk show business here on Sammy Flex TV. We call this Showbiz Daily, and I'm here to do it with my people. Roland Amate is in your shot. Nana Reagan, Beef Nation president, is also here, and in team Dodu Solomon, aka Chemo. Chemo is also here. Yesterday, Chemo was watching from Dubai, where he had actually taken the lead to prepare the grounds for us to arrive, because in the next about 27 days, we should also be packing bag and luggage to the airport to start the September to Remember tour in Dubai. So Chamo took the lead, and he came here with his private jet. That is PJ things. So Chamo tells us everything is set, all is well for us to do this. So in case you also want to be part of it, why not? Feel free and still give us a call. You still have some 14 days to make preparations, and I know it is enough for you to put yourself together as we all make our way to Dubai for September to Remember. Sammy Flex TV and Abeka Solutions making this happen. Until then, I know everyone is okay. Thanks for being a part of Sammy Flex TV's journey, and also remember to subscribe to us if you've not done that. But I'm here with my team of producers. The guitar Rasta is Currency. He is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show. Emmanuel Fori Lapiji is the producer. And Gideon Neil Lampteson is our creative director. If I have this team, then you should know that all is set for us to rock and roll. It is going to be a good day. As usual, we do it like we always have to do it. And we'll go on with what we have to do. Chabo, welcome.
Thank you.
How was Dubai though?
Everything is okay.
Yeah, yesterday at the point I realized you wanted to throw salvos.
Yeah.
Later, we say Chemo Peso Kuntokoni. That was Chemo ceasefire. Chemo ceasefire. David, we a mistake. We a mistake. There are some buffoons you don't have to pay attention to. All right, all is well. So let's start. There is something I want to read and get your opinions on. When you are working with a celebrity or an influential person, or better still, a famous or popular person, and the person does wrong, how do you tell the person? Do you tell the person the face so he feels bad? Or you pamper it, you sugarcoat it, and still deliver the message? Or because you want to be considered as one of the favorites of that person, you ignore? I'm going to read a certain long post from Roro, a little longer, so you help me as I go through the reading because it is very important. Then we listen to it and we ask. All of us, one way or the other, we have been working or we've been walking with some influential, popular people, that some of the things they do, we don't really subscribe to them. But how do we handle it? Do we play the onlooking? Like some people say, if you want to be hungry, don't laugh to the rich man's joke. So because we want to eat peche, so anytime the rich man is bullying, you do. Meanwhile, rich man is bullying, but because you want to eat peche, rich man food cry, say, hey, okay.
It's nice.
Let's listen to this story. So this is a story I'm reading from Roro. Roro is a music producer, and now he's an apostle of God, or better still, an evangelist of God. Now he says, celebrities are vulnerable. And this is how the story goes. Chastise me all you want. I know I may save at least a soul. I remember when I used to do secular music, I had some Christians and some pastors telling me I'm very talented and that it is God who planted that in me. And for that reason, I must use it and do what I do best. I knew there was something wrong somewhere, but I didn't know what exactly it was. I was so hungry for God and at the same time wanted to explore my talent and take it to higher heights. I knew my hunger for God and the zeal to take my talent to that level were two different things which was impossible to marry or work peacefully together. But I had men of God urging me on to do what I was doing and never told me to repent or take another look at what I was into. Now listen from here. I cry when I look back and I ask myself, what if I had died from an accident I had which took the lives of two people from Nkoko? I knew within my soul that I wasn't who I really wanted to be because things were just not right between me and God. Even though I would pretend and let people know that I'm a Christian because I go to church and pray, but deep down, I knew I was deceiving myself, doing things a true Christian must not be doing. When you are a celebrity, it is very hard for people to love you, and love is in quotes. I'll tell you why he put love in quotes. And by that, I mean they won't tell you the truth, even if they know it. They shall only love you at face value. I want to ask these gospel musicians and pastors who were close to Ebony and are talking plenty now, how many times did they tell her the truth? Did you love her for yourselves or you loved her for her soul? Those who could talk were talking from afar, and those who were close to her would come out and call those from afar hypocrites. Today, when I meet these pastors who were urging me on, and I explain to them why I don't do secular music anymore, you should see their faces and how bad they feel. The only thing in their heads must be, oh, I messed up big time when I had a chance to tell him the truth. And if I had died, these same people would have come out to say good things about me. Knowing they never told me the truth, I feel so sad. Until I met Bishop Emmanuel Amwa, who told me the hardest truth my soul was hungry for. And then I went through deliverance and after some time found what I was looking for, and that is peace. If you are a celebrity, pray for God to bring real men of God your way. The real hypocrites are those who pretend they love you. Don't wait till it is too late, please. You may be talented, But remember this, Jesus Christ is coming quickly. His reward is with him, and he will pay everyone according to his works. Truth is, eulogies and the things we say after a person is dead don't mean nothing. The chapter has already been closed, bam, and the only thing left is judgment. Let no man of God deceive you with sweet words that shall destroy you. Jesus loves you. So like I said, he's a music producer. He started doing secular music, but now he's found Christ on the Damascus road. He has also met Christ, and he is a changed and a new person. As much as what he's saying is more Christianity based or biblical based, I want us to generalize it and make it like general living kind of conversation, where influential people, celebrities, and the people who follow them, as to whether they tell them the truth about some of the things they do, just as this man here is saying. And Nana Reagan is going to start this with me because he has also been moving with some celebrities, including top ones, Slim Basta, and a couple of them. Nana? Rora Samuel can beyond the Bible part, no? How do you Chamudia in your magic? I'm not as of now, in generalizing, like celebrating and people follow them. When you think about what he's saying in relation to that thing, how are we doing it?
In general, I would say we are not dealing with it right. Because a lot of people don't make, like the article states clearly, they don't tell them the truth. Because we feel like at that point or in some situations when because of how painful or better the truth will be, they would want to part ways with you and all of that. So come with your hand, you know, or it's like you are saying, or you're not in your crown now, or sorry. But some of us, if I think say assembly, depending on assembly, not assembly on ma, it's me ba na aba public to say and they oh hono man they be a say my name Roland on just celebrate. None was about to social media so said they may ban and names be ban, of course people would expect say me can be, but in that no say me can be I say be a me ma fa phone e di kan Roland they din komo ne me hu baby asem no so we di for and also we di ben answer na me de man betu am me de man atum be say me frɛ Roland na me ne din komo we echiri na Roland ma meti ase no hu se oya guilty a nkomo bisa no me hu se nkrofo di am ndibi enye se e bia oya guilty ni ntina me man be can be, but there's another reality in life which everybody too should also understand. Say we are saying no nipa odono no or form ana okọ emra aye ahihia a you still have to stand with the person. Inti say me man ke bi na obeye me no, yes the part of me so me punch out me flesh and me so me take it for him. Inti yes e bia me can be hu say me can be na man for twen sere ne abasa den one
we need so guilty
inti me can be ebeye me ya say me nim so ya guilty na me ba bontia be defending in the faces of everybody. Because some people are like that. You know, sometimes celebrate to say, some dear, ye be mu dwom ye be because akwa someone yet. But obejine I don't the loyalty card, you know. I think say a young management, and if you are not mature, that you might not know how to manage those things. You will miss it in the name of being loyalty to somebody. And once you know, editing one bro. A bit me a drag one so akofom bi. So the me so me personally, I mean the best thing I can say is say yes celebrity say any omo nam ne ade ni na no e bi obi koye bibi na o ya ade not mo say enya masa when you are in your closet and I'm kind of saying we no talk to the person, let the person understand say I don't know and then of course if it has to do with the career na mo be here damage control bi ni nyamanyama bi a you think together and come and do it at that point. Like I'm saying, bashing you bashing na because you want to stand with the person no, or say be can be a true and you be na ya nkofo bi mo dey celebrities omo yi omo nim ko di political parties echi no because obi amampani no ne party na be promises bi and emu na wo de ko di nechi and wo kashe nkrofo omo be ye mo me nto abamo omo ye better chen we mo nto abamo na omo ba na ekoye se omo di ntro a kire nkrofo na sa nkrofo no omo utwa abo omampani ne party na mo amoye we no se obeye din se wunye din no omo twabo bi omo be drag wo won so aba be ha sa na de nete nti if real the best especially almost situation is the one say very different at that point you know nkofo kakra bi pe na bet menya chance akọ president office akọ tu ni for na akọ di kukuo mu nkomo nkofo ebi kwa friend no fa ebi kwa godfather no kwa odi na chiko year campaign no kwa friend na on fa nti the best na say be in a very nice way no be package you message no now ebi our post your page so and then people will just address it now for fact as okay onokra wa came in the stand the who say na oka but in pedodo na so say we be one no out mu say asem we dey uye din me have always been saying say always break your silence when you know the words coming from your mouth is better than your silence if it is not better ufshana ebe nsema awanga za untimi defending you untimi area the best thing for you to do is to shut up na mo nhye kukuo mu na mo because celebrities ne dodo na eya omoso although enye dodo na abufu because of lese wakaninim odipem so our friend e be our friend of phone so na one ne kan na ne hye dem na ne kan wo ha o be receive asem e na o kan o nipa bi ya for radio so oh na we gan o na ben Sammy Flex say Sammy Flex I say oh Sammy Flex o down say no cry say enye den Sammy Flex to take pain to that but say bia me Sammy kwa na hye dem na oh Charlie asemi abe na Sammy almost den am for ke no oh na say no oh Sammy ade dey ne wa nya de e dey be dey ohonom na mohu a se futu obi o ha motu mo fo mo apekwan ya mo be fa so mo akọ kleni mo ese ne kakra be se obe gine mu pa se de ni mu nkrofo bi mo ye okro mo social media hwe bi mu page obi asem ba especially fan base free mo krom do say asa ade ni pa ya ye nye last minute but obeka asem ne defend asem no but the same asem na o dan na call the opposite way a obo so asa be take different way position.
I mean, everybody go chop break.
No crack can air them brasa me. Tina pedo na especially yen yo kromo e komo ha no. We shouldn't expect it. We should expect it from a few people. No crack can den.
So be sure
when you can no crack. Receiving truth is painful. Saying truth is painful.
I know.
So one I kind of crack chira say nana they were dey oh massa some brawe say ya o dia to me say ya it will take maturity for you to sit down and think say instead of being bitter and I say painful say okay let me reason and see say okay may reason fit and dey commit to my namon say na my sister if you na omo say okay my sister kakra okay but nipa na no kanu or no social ebia interest or no one expectations from you nyame bi oben wa obenya na oba be kan kire ma wubuofu na waka se ofra okra o nfa bie mu
no good party no
ono so eye no den so it takes some few people to obi on mo betimi aka no kra kire obi no kra no ohun se no kra nde ebi after so many years tata money na account ko a on penini ma hwa nipa na akọ bre no that time na wonu ne ho a maybe a train wakwa we asema okachem na ye no kra bia metie ya anka pempenso amaba bedri anka mama bedru also and yes saying truth is very very difficult taking it is painful it takes maturity and self management be na obeti media aka say okay no kra we there mama nka wa ha and as the time of you saying it is also a factor but unya akoka no me uko jina TV so and radio so na obi a wona nenam uko kana asem and akọ admitting money bi so kwan bi so nye bibi right so you should know how to say it and ask person okay, you should know how to position yourself. Like I'm saying, if you have the opportunity to talk to the person before getting involved in a conversation, then if you know the person is guilty, don't be.
Okay, Chamo, how do you also interpret Rose statement?
Well, I think he made it personal more than generalizing it.
Yeah.
So because of that, he was one biased in terms of the responsibilities as an individual who is also doing what is not right. It was more like the people around should be telling you that what you are doing is not right. What about the person who is doing it?
And they were most.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah. And then how's your key?
In fact, that's the most important factor. Yes, and I bet you, even the people that you work with, one of them or even some of them will tell you something that you may be angry, you ignore, or sometimes based on their status in your life, you will not even it will not even click that. Yes. So you should rather be telling people that when they are doing something and people outside or even people closer to them tell them something, they should also consider it. So if you just put it on those who are advising, you will get it wrong. Then you will not get the change that you are looking for. Because the person receiving the advice is the main thing, like the most important ingredient in this case. Whether to take it or not. And people take advice based on your status, and they take the advice based on your status. So you are saying that some pastors that they were working with, they didn't take them, they were not advising them right, and all that you are saying. Meanwhile, those people, they didn't have any respect for the pastors. So why would they take it? All kind of dear Mr. He mentioned one pastor, Emmanuel, something. I can bet you at the time that he met that man of God, he had utmost respect for him. That's why he listened. And just before that pastor, others were telling him something. In fact, one thing I said, Oba, I say we need the level. Literally, I say we need the level. Oh, who grasses away a bear man? When they grasses who's away a bear man, and I because open. Sabina individuals, especially celebrities, and the young coffee, are even on way around them. They don't see them as their co-equals that they can advise them. No. They see them as maybe a friend or somebody that I'm even helping. And so who are you to advise such a person?
Okay, so how about also they don't even make any attempts?
Because they are enjoying something, so they won't. They don't want to risk losing whatever they are enjoying from you. Sometimes you may not be giving them money, but they eat because of your name.
Yeah.
Oh, he's that guy's friend. He's that guy's guy. Like, And so why should they risk it? If they come and tell you something that they think you are doing wrong, and you say, "Hey, don't come here again. I don't want to see you again." Why would they do?
So such people, they look at their survival
more than advising.
Yes, the person they are moving.
Yes, they don't want to lose it. So if you are lucky and you meet somebody who is, whom you respect or give more attention to whatever they say, then you may even consider the things that they will say and maybe take an action. But if you just want to, your people around you or people who even admire you for your craft to advise you harshly or to advise you in a way for you to turn around, it won't work. In fact, if that's how he is thinking, no, it won't work. And it will not be a good advice for anybody. I mean, he will stand a better chance to advise people now because of where he has been and where he is now. People will consider his advice or whatever he says based on the fact that they say he has experience. That is it. Not even because he is an evangelist or whatever. yes, some people will take it just because of his experience. Some people will take it because you are an evangelist. Some people will take it because you are a pastor, you are a prophet, whatever. Yes. So before anybody takes your advice, first of all, they look at your status. So if he wants somebody to advise people for them to take it, then the people would
someone with some
higher
status.
Yes. And yes, I will count. Yeah, on team bo. On team class or kasampu.
Okay.
That's how it works. And you know, or manning say even mentioning Ebony and whatever. No, I mean it wasn't right. I think it wasn't a good example for him to use because people around Ebony at that time. So if they come out and say that, oh, we were advising him, advising her rather, and say me can say me can say now we me can say, how do you verify?
And at that time, what are you going to use
for? Yes,
he's gone.
Yes, so it's better saying you should be out tiase like a person living anchor or very responding to it or. He shouldn't use anybody at all. Like he should just
general
advice.
So skewed towards
Ebony, like somebody who you in your opinion you think she wasn't doing things right. I mean that's your opinion anyway. Okay. So because there were people are not among the things that Ebony at that time was doing, but still almost in your accident. And I said, almost so almost so. What are you saying? The way you can, it's as if when you are behaving like an Ebony, you get an accident or you will die.
Yes,
that's not fair.
Or when you don't pay
attention to yes, you can generalize and say things the way you want to say them, but how he was more personal and sharing his opinion in this case. It's better that he used himself at a point like I listened to this pastor, that's why I changed. That's better example to give than to use your opinion to judge somebody out.
Someone
yes. Right. And you know, what I would say is that yes, generally it's good information, but I think it's better that he emphasizes on those who are also receiving the advice. To consider people advising them regardless of their status.
I like this point too. Yes.
I want to add say who taking a message you know from Abebua Mpenifo Bu say the Ochasa you will entirely agree with him because a lot of times there are people no crane say the moment I be say nipa na ebi or star ye ni na ye ben no there are some no krebu or no ma ye betimi aka achwe nipa no but ye nka in fact sometimes no nim there
and that's what the guy said.
Yes, do you know how we do it? Man ye bad how we do it bad they say anytime nipa nem ben bia ye dis ankomo every day every day.
Okay.
Nipa ne mben pe this ye point it out all nyama na oye na enya ni na ye di nkomo no obope na nkomo na asesa
anke o se mo ka
nka wo sanke ye ka chwe no say chale ye nua no ad life we are wo live no enye ka chwe no odi se mo ye nipa 5 10 kwa na mo na mo ni na mo ye ma no ba empedo do na ya baku esinga no out ekoka sa no kre na otan na bo no pe ne so be so hu say no, me nuanom 5 10 me na mo ni na mo say ade we nye obetenas obedwen bete kwa ese ye bi ye di nkomo na wie no me na na rega na maya me ho anu meko gangaria anotewa na ma waba as Sammy Fresh ade we aye de nye Sammy Fresh bufu pe obi abedin obi ade ne sabeshe obi abedi omo nke obi ade ne sabeshe de say me nkwa na medi sa nkomo e bia na sa time nti nko ka nche Sammy Fresh so Sammy nkomo we na na edi yo say ni yo na ma wo na wo koka no kre no mu wa ba be looking bad
and na me can say it's based on your status in that person's life. So who bigger and not even equal with such a person who be catch any straight without even thinking twice.
But Chemo, don't also take away the fact say
wait who say who be who share Roro example now kana or no example be straight say sa nipa na ne ka no o ne nyepe
of course
ya fa say me na me na see na ma sa me ne nyepe no ni na slim bastard na o ne nyepe
so how
say I don't know. Also catch it.
But you say Chemo, no.
To take it.
You say Chemo. Some microphone so entirely. It is not true. Say no money na no omun take advice in film microphone.
Yes.
Or no advice no old. Now say we are in that position. We advise people who are
of course higher than us,
but not in that negative way.
When
they are doing something positive and you are pushing it and giving ideas, they take it. But when they are doing something negative they don't take it.
I think that is where the individual actions, you know, or no celebrating or yeah the bonnet, or no any way boom. Because a bit more, some of them, more can say, oh, it depends on, and I make it depend on where you are saying it
and how
you are saying it. Or yes, unim say nipa no one status mo ben age mo ben or no kind of turn on wa ma ka create the automa or shebi or pay baby ma oda. If you are going to advise such a person, of course
you have to
how you say it is key. Where you say it is key. Time a key. You don't just wake up and walk up on and then patch up and better or what you say.
Wow. No, I said no, can maybe person you free.
Yeah. Reality, I'm telling you. Some of our artists almost soro ebe bo from regretting because of this incomodity.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
When you said that I buy I think I trini back no. Next time can be any kind. I see a name say our producer na manager. Na say manager ni po ye ni bonia or the better. Because that time no. Sa na ka ozo muhu life no ka o say nka anye de ye. But Satan feel is
power the team.
Yes. I say now he learn.
Yes.
Everything somebody will tell him, you know go vicinity. I get to
no, I heard a positive of course. And so it's that individual person like the celebrity now or be receiving message, you know.
Of course, I know the
it's a key factor. Anything I make as say the person receiving the message, you know, emua can we are no crane now. On team Pokrasa Wakasa.
Ro, I didn't ending. Thank you, Nana Regando. Okay, I think it was Chemo. Thank you, Chemo.
One say Abbas
Moise, yeah.
The recent the Otaka say me say only artist be Juma currently.
Also just catch him.
Also just catch him.
And it's a fact. And chat.
There be wouldn't tell Okasa. Say and you say bia or discussing or discussing here a point of your friend is saying direction
you are paying me to.
He wants you to know, say he just wants to say either he's at the same level in terms of status with you, or he's okay, well to do
to control affairs.
And this all these things come to play. And fame, popularity, and all those things, it's like a drag.
I think Reggie Bean said that not long ago.
It's like a drag.
Fame is like a drag, yeah.
In your normal self, you can take advice from anyone, regardless of their status. But the moment you attain that status, it comes with certain level of arrogance and intolerance. Once you will lose it without knowing.
Is it with everybody?
You will you see the danger is that and you who now be who. That is the dangerous aspect of it. Say who which is why so many people mistake hunger, desperation, and frustration and survival as loyalty. Survivor and hunger, people misinterpret it as loyalty. Somebody may be closer to you, when you panic you do now see moving up and down on our money share those kind of stuff. For all you know, the person and everybody is closer to another person because of everybody has their own interest. Obiane your benefit and the truth is very difficult. Either you saying it or whether you are at even the receiving end. And sometimes no, the people beneath some of these popular people or celebrities will choose whether to tell you the truth to your face or not. Sometimes depending on also your attitude in receiving criticism.
Such information. Okay.
That is it. Sometimes it is also a factor. When you be nantia, you study the person. You know how easily the person gets angry.
Yeah.
What pushes the person to a certain side? What makes the person happy? What makes the person flips? Into the social even says na sa kwa de kai. Now me ma me craft frame ya memfa. Now you such a person, I tell you say obi won na ase na nipa no is in a survival mood and na say hungry person now, it will be very difficult for the person to tell Sarkodie truth to his face. It will be very difficult. Because yes, the person may have will need be able to tell you whatever you are doing wrong. But because of that attitude now, that is another put up for the person to rather keep silent. At the end of the day, we're saving them. We're saving whatever they are benefiting. And we're saving the relationship with him. And you will come hana yet oh here for into his cake or into his cake for bottom line. So who be you? Who be you? Say the good advisor.
But can we also have cases of Obia waye bida akoyi and ankoyi? Do we have some examples? Say be Obia can say okay, celebrity A sacked me because he did something wrong and I told it to his face. Have you been hearing such stories? Because me maintain no be that.
They won't even come and say it.
They won't come and say it
and
because
and it's hard for us to
even. You see, with us, and yes, about 1990. If you are the watch the crumple, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Or let me put it to my man first 1 year. And some of our bonting yet more than
yes.
That's how.
Let me use somebody like Bulldog and Shatawale for example. These are people. These two people have gone through different stages of life, even worst case scenarios. And I tell you, say Bulldog is somebody that can tell Shatawale to his face, bam bam, behave, because he has tasted almost every aspect of the person. It is or even so, can't know whether Shatawale is the biggest artist in the world or he's the smallest artist in the world. Unsuru. You understand?
I have some example. But if I share,
I'm advising you.
A typical example of what we are discussing.
Recently, we shown us a live show. The party was making same claims.
As I say,
I say, didn't you shut down any issue and say, or can't in the same bitch. Of let's say that is the truth he has to say to you because obey to me count with and or can
right
yes and
that will buttress my point because of devotee status in certain circles.
Me when we generalize
when
we generalize
when you don't have because some of them they really know that they are doing bad things. Or no na or ye no bonny no onim say or ye no bonny
ebi nso nim
onim just say no e ya na omo convince omo say I'm on top of my game. I know how to handle things. Yes. I know how to handle my things. But nyakra me the minim say the me no. And this uncle for no obi on regarding bia na say na advice mu ye ne ha bia no. Or can't no cry say den emfa.
And you see when we generalize role with statement apart from ye Christianity for any budget. Me, I always say me too for now, yeah. You know, and yes, oh yeah, because me too for because you've decided to do it. Because no matter because a Jesse now me catch us say, oh, for session Jenny, it is as cold as ice. Oh, who burning flame power. Now don't sashim. Ne shewa. When him say 50-50. When you are sharing the blame, 50-50.
Because you are still convinced that
yes,
the thing is not really cool.
The status will come in based on your
yes,
example.
I understand about. But
that status
yes, status
yes,
when the person trusts you, what the
final has the power to control more than
but you see, the final decision lies with you. That is where Chemo's status will come in. Because the final decision lies with him. Or shall now I shall before be decided it's okay. Assembly are okay. Memfa na ama memfa. As I said, yeah, said you'll be a one monster. Abu our tropeda gote. Now we'll tribute you. No other catcher say giant salmon. One year you will look at the person, and because of the way the person looks, you will not regard that advice.
But let me also add say status because
this is a very big story, and some of us and they kind of say if any of you see us going with what, feel free and tell us. We might not know. Feel free and tell us because me kind of someone who knows this thing is so crazy that people can watch you just go and fall into a ditch.
Because of status as seminar chemo where come. Seminar what can I come by? I think say it's about time I be encourage say we celebrate you one now. Open yourself up for advice from everybody because most of times, you know, your circles of people, you know, they will not tell you the truth.
That is what the guy is.
So open up to needs our status, you know. Especially if the person will come to you in a very nice way to tell you the truth. And sometimes when you say it's me back through panditry like this. A bad because maybe say they are making
I remember ever since we started this panditry job from Plaza for minimum artists be on ka brasa me so many people, so many people.
Those who have allowed themselves
big, small, and said the man was sorry.
Because
me so na me tie na me dey guide me home. Musem na me ka no. Hey, so many people.
We didn't say cry poor yen celebrity say sika wo ho na ono nam before na mo koto catfish na mo ton sam na wo ye mistake bia. Omo nka because catfish table no. Okay we say that we need to know.
Oh we need to know. You see, yesterday we talked about drug abuse, better still. And one of the issues my drug abuse more and
yes.
Yes. Because people move with them, they see them abusing it. But ontiminka. Meanwhile, no one's a challenge.
Look at the number of artists that almost junkie in this industry. Almost junkie, we know some junkie. Whenever they but whenever they move, they always move with an entourage. They never move alone.
May God help us. And me, what I want to say as we finalize this particular discussion is that let's try it. If you are in that position, you just try it one day. But once again, look at how you do it. Decorous. In fact, even if you think you don't have the tact, ask someone who has the tact to go and handle that. There was one artist who came here. Abahano. I didn't like his body odor. It was terrible. And I felt that me catch an interview, go and interview again. So I told one guy who worked with him closely. I told him that guy, your boy, he's an artist. Where he's been going to, it's very important. tell him to do this, that to prevent this and that. The next time he came here, I did not feel it. And when the guy told him, or friend guy, oh boss, my cat channel, and I'm so happy about it. Because I remember last number, everybody is a witness.
You saved the life.
Charlie, OPF studio, not easy. But meaning say, for no man on number, so Matthew,
Matthew the dada.
Only tika winner, Matthew said, Charlie, and Koye.
Matthew, no coca.
Obie, no one make not a mirror. Oba no be a clinic, be a clinic. Me I miss sending me the bulletin come on send back to I am return to sender. Me return to sender. And no one go kind of aye. So me I think guys, let's try. And like Nana Regan said, not only for celebrities, our workplaces, our homes, our friendship in our schools, our clubs, our groups, Charlie, let's try because me really so for back we be the share no one of us so me was also when him say you the fool me myself be am himself instrumentalist really my you are say them more but you so can go enjoy drums only so go enjoy drums mo it no you na yakopon ma chira o
na o chemo manage YouTube man oyo so for na chemo yo bone agoka pa kan bi ha ko aka chemo does
no that's what I'm saying. You should be you should be tactical about how you do it. It is very important. Reason why sometimes we see some not stupid, some unnecessary comments on our pages and we overcome. Not because we can't fight back. We can fight back, but we think, okay, we are seeing what everybody is saying about us to help shape us. Some of them, they call us. They send us messages and all. And they're air right now. We take them. They're bogus now. We leave it like that. We treat them as drunk. Then we throw them away. You know what I mean?
Me say, maybe my friend me can show you us in bitch. Say that no. Me did be 2 o'clock. Me no we not to yet.
Za.
But me join me say no. No crap. Do you know something? No, as a guy, so he did.
We thank God. Say yet me can nyame ase machel. Ya kan nyame adwen e na achel. Na Blakk Rasta so say Dr. UN. Na but you oba media to wakra na. Because I mean just you.
It's been all the big TV3, Metro, Zion, delay.
It's Dr. UN to media to wakra.
He can. Why not?
Hey, you ever blue. And then I'm at the cost of the cost. Some more allowed to maybe say, hey, no, and yes, it will be shared by could be one of interviews
or media
talk.
Yeah, cry, say correction.
No, when him say, and let me who know. Captain Smart. Hey, no. And I'm serious.
Of Captain Smart.
TV3. And yes,
I said this morning, not with your mission there. That was what I've been.
What is going on?
No. Dr. Ewan came for a media tour in Accra, and he's been on all the important platforms.
Yeah.
Hey. I see. No, me, I'm me. No, I think this morning to be frank.
But if you can write a letter to invite a U.S. embassy to honor it, or not media. Allow him.
Okay, so after Dr. Ewan had said his things on several platforms, including stating that he is an alumni of KNUST, Chemo. Dr. Ewan of KNUST.
One day I can't cry.
What's saying?
Issue,
baby, because Blakk Rasta is no enemy.
Blakk Rasta is no enemy.
Yes.
Well, from what I
heard, you remember Contato FM?
No, at that time I wasn't there.
Okay.
Blakk Rasta year 2000, I wasn't there.
Okay.
But he has issues there. I say, administration and him cry admission letter cry
No, so wait, was he a student there? Because the what we are looking for.
Oh, I think he was a student there.
Bam.
Yes, he was a student there.
But
yes. When I say when because there's another okay. But there's another angle. There are some people who were students but they couldn't complete. Maybe after 2 years or more based on based on monetary issue. Based
but
on
still the person can say I was a student, isn't it?
Yes. When you be on so you know, who fail like 4 papers, you are out of the school. It will be or fail 4 papers any palm. And you know school but
because they say according to Blakk, he said that he was with him at Radio Contato.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He was with him at Radio Contato alongside school. Because you know all the time.
I know Continental now I focus. That's
I
radio
station. Continental.
Yeah, radio.
But the name alone.
Yeah, Continental. Yeah, yes. Unity Hall, they had their own radio station.
Yes, I think it was called Continental. Because the name is Contato then.
Okay.
I don't know the name now.
Okay. Now they are now allowing only one.
Only one. Okay. So then it was Contato.
Yeah. Okay.
So Blakk Rasta thinks that yes, he was with him. And again, the interview with Delay, it has kind of reversed so many good things people were saying about Delay. I don't know if you guys are following it on social media. Like so many people think, oh, so Delay has been overrated, and that Delay was not prepared. Delay is not who she thinks she is. Vibe like that too. People just saying it because they think the guy even conquered. Because Delay was not prepared. And Delay was just coming in with prejudiced mind just to come and attack the guy, and the guy beat her to it.
Yeah.
All these vibes happen. I said, hey, Aqua Media told in December, like seriously. But one of the things I want us to look at is that beyond now, he kind of convinced some people, and as with the Delay interview, convince them.
Yes,
he buy everybody.
Even I watched the one with Captain Smart this morning. He wowed them. He wowed all of them. No,
if you can write a letter to U.S. Embassy to
I say, Captain Smart here, only girls for man paper class, man newspaper, and ya throwing one symbol. I say, on reading it in tree. They did it.
Oh, what you will do?
I'm saying, what? So one of the things that has come up after all these media rounds that Dr. UN is doing is this. In one of the interviews with Delay, he talked about his awards being great. He talked about knowing or understanding why he gave some particular elements to some people, especially with Sarkodie. He said he gave Sarkodie water, or a flask, flask because he thinks that flask can be used to contain or carry water around.
Yeah.
And the water he is holding means life for the numerous fans, the millions of followers that Sarkodie is having. You can doubt him, but think about it. There is a truth in there.
Yeah.
We were only waiting for him to explain the horse as to why he gave the horse to Nathaniel Atto. But that one did not come. And maybe one day, when someone gets him, we will get an explanation too for giving the horse to Nathaniel Atto. Beyond that, he says his award is the best award ever. So when we thought, okay, he was the only one saying it, we came across a video from Blakk Rasta too, and Blakk Rasta was saying yes to him. What Dr. UN is doing is even better than VGMA. That is Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. And why was Blakk Rasta saying this? According to Blakk Rasta, Dr. UN does not force people to go and get money to buy votes. Dr. UN does not put information out that test to this and pay 50 pesos before you can win. Because according to Blakk Rasta, if you do that, it means you bought. Like someone nominates me in an award. Yes, me voting, my spending, my JJ amount for second album, and they are voting 2,000, 5,000, my winning. It's more or less like I bought the trophy for 5,000 cedis. Meanwhile, if you go to China Mall, they are very cheap. In fact, 2 cedis now. Those trophies. The day I went to China Mall, I was weak. Hey, you know the coins though. I was trophies though. 5 cedis, 10 cedis.
Oh,
I swear. You know Iraq. Oh, one day one man got the hospital. Minimum was a view of
I don't know, modest. I can say, no,
no, it's not about the shop. I know the shop, and they are committed and 7 people. I'm talking some more trophies, that segment.
Some will be there.
So, what Blakk Rasta is saying is that we should only find a way to correct Dr. UN and what he's doing. Because according to Dr. UN, he was also doing it to honor our UN secretary who died.
Kofi
Annan. He was doing that to honor Kofi Annan. The reason he made it UN, at least Kofi Annan has been General Secretary of UN for so many years.
Yes.
In fact, and one of the icons from Ghana to have represented us in that particular seat. So that was what he was saying. Should we agree with Blakk Rasta? Should we disagree with him? Should we debate it, or we should junk it? Not in a corporate way though. Just put it somewhere. Watch it. I'll be back.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot. Coco show them.
I was wakasa. Wakasa, Hamagana, Edi. What? I like his teeth, trust me. It's true. He was my mate. At UST Kumasi, we used to call him Wyclef. Wyclef. And he virtually slept in the studio. He was at Katanga Hall, that's University Hall. And his room was very close to the studio. So what he did was, most of the time he'll be found in the studio. He was almost like a sit-in DJ. Anybody who did not come, you just have to, hey, Wyclef, this guy hasn't come, he will go and sit down and play whatever music he would play. That's him. He was always smiling. In fact, if it's even night and dark, and you see something white shining in the dark, it's his teeth. Always smiling. That is his signature. His teeth. That's his signature. The good thing I like about this guy is this. He's not boastful. He will not tell you, I have this degree, I have that degree, or that degree. But look at the headline. Blakk Rasta was my mate at NUST, that's Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Dr. UN claims. And everybody is calling me all over Ghana to find out if it's true. Watch this. According to him, he was college mate with Blakk, popular reggae artist and radio personality Blakk Rasta. In fact, next time don't say popular, use famous. Right? Atai is popular too. But he's not famous. According to him, he was college mate with famous reggae artist and radio personality Blakk Rasta. Dr. UN made these revelations on the Delay Show while tackling the question of whether he indeed attended NUST. He indicated that during his time on campus, he was met with Blakk Rasta and a senior to actor and politician, John Dumelo. John Dumelo was our small boy when we were on campus. You know what we mean by small boy? The juniors. When we wanted to pawn people, we'll catch them and pawn them. Small boys. First years, we call them small boys. It's not derogatory, but that's campus life, And I think John Dumelo was doing one of the engineering courses. Yes. Yeah, one of the engineering courses. Yes. Very quiet, small, little boy. You understand? I'm happy to see the UST guys make it. It's the best university in Ghana. In fact, there are only 2 universities in Ghana that make sense. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, named after the great Kwame Nkrumah, and the rest. The other universities are not universities. They are not. How can you call a university when it has the statue of Mahatma Gandhi there? Is that one to a university? Oh, shut up. Dr. UN just told them that he went to Harvard. And people are crying. They don't even want to believe that he went to UST. And it's most shocking for them to hear that he even was in the same university with Blakk Rasta. Because at least when we even started, people thought that we're daft. Until we opened our intellectual side to them. Then they started saying, hey, Charlie, Akwano have been papa. Hey, them pardon have been rough, like they will say in Takrade. This is a very humble guy. When he says his things, check them out. He made his awards. Maybe some small issues here and there. People condemned him that he gave people feeding bottle. And if you watch the interview with Delay, you realize how patient this guy is. Delay was virtually attacking him. That's the style of interview, attack. But he kept his calm and laughed through the whole interview. There was not a single point where he closed his mouth. His mouth was always open, smiling. His signature. That's him. I want Febia. Miami classmate. Why Clef? No. Yes, UST. He was doing social science. We were not friends as in friends, but we met at the same radio station where I rocked the reggae. Bad reggae on Ghana's first radio. Ghana's first radio was Contato. 94.35. That's the dial. Am I right? I rock reggae, and he came to do other things. We used to call him Wyclef. I don't know why he called himself Wyclef, but you know, he called himself Wyclef. And he said he went to Harvard. He's a PhD holder. And people cannot just do simple research to find out if it's true or false. You have to hear from another person before you believe, because the guy is humble. The guy is being turned around left, right, and center. He said, people say I've given feeding bottles to people. What is an award? It's a token. Tokenism. Symbolism. That's it. I prefer Dr. UN's award to VGMA.
Blackpot. Coco show man.
Okay, so I will surely allow Roland Amate to start this for me, as in whether he agrees with Blakk Rasta that looking at the format of Dr. UN's awards and the processes the scheme goes through in deciding who wins what, compared to VGMA, who was specific on VGMA, as in with VGMA you have to buy, you have to get votes. Oh, well, you buy still. You have to get your vote through payment online to be mentioned as the winner of the scheme. He thinks Dr. UN's award is more important than the VGMA's. How do we handle this? Ro?
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
Okay, why do you?
I wouldn't say, yes, he has a very good format, which is also good, because let's not forget it is a scheme. And it is something planned by somebody and being executed. So because probably you don't like another person's own, you be tempted to be biased and say this one is better than that. And we know Blakk Rasta's stance when it comes to awards in this country.
Voting
awards. Exactly.
Or money voting awards.
Exactly. So if Blakk Rasta, if it is coming from Blakk Rasta, then you obviously know his stance, so you know definitely what he will vouch for. Because we should also know that there's something that comes with VGMAs and other award schemes which people pay money to vote, which comes with its magnitude, the importance that people attach to the whole scheme. This is something that you can't buy with money. This is something you can't buy with money. No matter the brilliant idea you may have attached to your scheme, if people don't patronize you, they won't. If people don't want to patronize, they won't. When you listen to the explanation Dr. UN gave to his award scheme, I don't see anything wrong with it, actually. But I wouldn't say it is better than VGMA or whatever. The format that VGMA uses is almost the same format that the BETs and the Grammys are all using. But then, Grammy is regarded more than the VGMAs. It depends, it all depends on the kind of importance people place on that particular scheme.
Grammy, they do academic votes.
No, I am talking about...
They do votes,
yes, academic votes.
No money.
But
so it's not the same.
No, but I mean the format in which they pick people, they nominate people are all the same kind of format. You understand? But the level of importance that people put on the Grammys is different from what they put on the VGMA.
But I mean, because of the money.
You said?
Money.
The money cost.
So, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying that you see when I listen to the explanation the man gave to his award, me I don't see anything wrong with it, because you see when he says he is doing his award in honor of
Kofi Annan.
Yeah. When I think that's where the UN thing came inside, was the fact that when we talk about UN in this country, the first name that comes to mind that people are able to resonate with is Kofi Annan. And he's doing the thing in Ghana. Definitely he would have to find something or somebody that people can connect to. So when he wrote the letter to which embassy or what kind of embassy or which people he invited, I don't know why people are calling him fraud or scam. If only it is about that award.
Well, there are other issues that have come up in his name before, especially some issues with some banks, rural banks, blah blah blah. But so far, I'm sure, especially those of us in the entertainment industry, what we talk about mainly is the awards.
If we are talking
the
about
global initiative, something, and there is a good special name before the awards.
Yes, if we are talking about his issues outside the award scheme or the event he organized, then fair enough, we can hold him to it. But if we are talking about the award scheme, when you listen very well to the explanation he gave, he is doing something to honor the name of Kofi Annan, the late Kofi Annan. And so far, he has not done anything to, like, derogatory to the name. He has not messed up in any way. And in fact, when we are even talking about importance and even, how do you call it, more love for the scheme, look at the number of people he has awarded. This is somebody that has awarded even the current Speaker of Parliament. So when you look at even his CV or portfolio now,
for the award,
it is rich. It is rich, and it is no joke. It is no joke for you to just write a letter to an embassy and for them to even give you that credence or that listening ear, much less drive to your event. It is no joke. For the delay issue there. So on that note, I don't have any problem with the scheme, but I would wish that people would rather go on board and help shape it better. Because this is also another thing, which I'm sure.
But already he says he has diplomats on his award board.
Yes, so I am saying that,
he has diplomats.
That's one. It is another conversation for another day. You see, I also believe Guy has some level of disorder, because some of the things that he says don't add up. And you see, that was where he beat.
If they ask you what he said that doesn't add up, you'll be in trouble.
Oh,
you can't say one. I'm telling you.
Which one is it?
You are saying
it. When they asked him, he says Sarkodie has messaged him, "Good morning, Dr. UN on Twitter." They checked the thing and there's nothing there.
Oh, and I can't. That one you can't hold.
Wait.
That one you can't hold him to.
Nothing. There are so many show producers in Ghana that they have been beaten by those things. Even here on this platform, some people have misled us so many times. So, for instance, there are so many people who are having their name Sarkodie. That maybe when Sarkodie posted those photos, someone tagged him and wrote those.
So he was asked specifically. You see, when he was asked about that,
no, in fact, he gave
that information. He gave that information that the person had just even sent me a message this morning. Good morning, Dr. Iwe. And I replied. That was what he said.
Yes.
And I replied. He said he replied.
Yes.
Now,
so he thought it was Sarkodie.
Wait. He said he had.
It still comes back to you.
Wait.
You, the person that they really, because if you really want to know Sarkodie sent you a message, you can find out.
Wait. He said he had replied.
And social media, yes, he have some BT.
But it doesn't take away
Let me say what the guy said, which made it inconsistent. See, the person said he has sent me a message, and I replied. Now, the host quickly went online to check if it is true. He did not see anything there. And he asked, and the guy said, oh, somebody who said he had replied the message said, oh, me who message, you know, nah, good morning, Dr. Ewan. By me refreshing, you know, I saw the message had vanished. A message that you had replied to.
Wait. When you send me a tweet, or when I send you a tweet and you respond, and I come and delete the tweet, it won't be there.
But sir, the person that
yes, we still want to mislead him.
Exactly.
Maybe he was misled.
So most you see, so
if me, I send that to you and you respond and I delete, you will come, it won't be there.
So most of the things that he, and this is not the only thing that he has said. Most of the things that most of his videos that have gone viral, even after the scheme, prove that guy has some level of disorders. Most of his videos, especially one that he was walking on the street, or Numkoko, now Bisano, or Kaka, most of the things that he said never add up.
For sure, there are certain things.
You see,
but we are talking about the award scheme.
Exactly. I have made my stance on the award scheme. I've said he doesn't have me. I don't have any problem with the award scheme. In fact, when you even look at the explanation to which he gave to the award scheme, you will know definitely that there is nothing. That is why I'm even urging other people on to even help him shape the thing correctly because of the conception people have about the award scheme now, so that they will help and shape it good. But when it comes to the person himself, that is where I am tempted to look at him twice or three times. Because to me, aside even his recent interview, you see what the tweet that we just spoke about, it was the same thing with the CNN interview. We have internet, we can check. And guy said that he's been on CNN.
But it's nowhere to be found.
Somebody as intelligent as Dr. Ewan will never forget the person who interviewed him. You asked him, you throw such a question to him, and he knew what you were trying to do, tried to swerve, dodge you to a certain point, and you fell for it.
For sure.
You see, yes, you fell. Dylan fell for that. And you see, that was when Zion was able to do that quick research on the tweet. I was very happy. So if Delay had not gone on the interview with a preconceived mindset, he would have been able to nail the guy on so many occasions. On so many occasions. And the fact that, Blakk Rasta is also affirming, I'm not saying the guy is not a student or has never been to KNUST. But you see, we live in a country where there are so many people, most people who have been to university knows this. There are so many guys who are in the university but are not students of that same university. We see them every day. You see them there every day. The first year no. But you watch here 4 years now, the whole school one. You will see the person almost every day. Boys go to campuses to perch with their friends so that they can chop gas on campus. And on him amount for. Yet still, people think that they are students of the school. Into me, I am not saying he did not go to KNUST, he did not go to Harvard. But Blakk Rasta affirming say, indeed he was my mate, Me, I am still not satisfied.
That he wasn't a student or
he is a student, like he may be a student too. But maybe credentials not all cassette or one. Or maybe a student, or maybe I'm a classmate. But maybe I will be school. Maybe I'm not a first year, second year. You understand?
So you still think that Blakk Rasta had made that statement, but you don't agree with it?
I think it is not enough for me.
Okay, Chamo, come through. What do you also think about what Blakk Rasta said?
Yeah, I mean, for the part that he was comparing Dr. Ewan's award to that of VGMA, I think I disagree with him on that. And the reason is simple. The value that we have for VGMA is far higher, bigger than that of Dr. Ewan's award. In fact, Dr. Ewan's award now is in crisis, or it's not having a good name. So you can't compare the two and say that Dr. UN's award is bigger than VGMA. So I disagree with Blakk Rasta, and the reason is clear and simple. The value of both awards, we all know the value that we attach to VGMA, and then the value that we will give to Dr. UN's award. In fact, now people are even doubting the award scheme. They are calling it scam. They are calling it other names that VGMA may not be having the same kind of doubt as compared to that of Dr. UN's awards. So I think Dr. UN should do a better job if he wants us to take him serious, or he wants us to take the award serious. And so far so good. I think he's doing a better job. And the way he did the award too, it was deceitful. Like he was trying to deceive people to get value for it. Yes, that is not like he gave some form of communication, not in a direct way, but your belief or your reaction to the information will not be the same if you got the information the way that you think it should be told, or it should be said. He should say it like as in when he says that this is my award, I want to use it to honor people in the name of Kofi Annan, the UN former UN Secretary General at that time. I think the reaction will be different from the way he did it. He made it such that anybody who received his award or the invitation to come for the award, in fact, majority of them thought it was coming from UN direct. That's why Sarkodie will forgo the VGMA and then honor the UN's Dr. UN's awards. Yes.
So in that case, Sarkodie agrees with Blakk Rasta.
No, based on the information available to him at that time.
Yes, he was convinced
based on
the information.
So it wasn't direct kind of information that he's supposed to give. So he deceived Sarkodie in that contest. And again, even somebody like Abam Gbagwin, now a Speaker of Parliament, also fell for it. And then other MPs, big like chiefs, politicians, and like media people and all that.
They all fell for it.
Yeah, they all fell for it. So I think there was deceit in there, but he did a very good job even defending himself. On the delay show, it was excellent. I mean, I love the way he was. He was talking and answering the question coming from delay. I think now delay, she should sit up. I mean, if you want to, I mean, try to push somebody in a corner, don't underestimate such a person, especially somebody who can write a letter to U.S. Embassy for them to honor upon all the investigations and whatever that we know that an institution like U.S. Embassy will do before honoring your invitation. Still, they honored this guy's invitation. So, delay should come prepared next time. And I think Dr. UN did a very good job there. Just that I would disagree with Blakk Rasta just based on the fact that the value that we hold when it comes to VGMA is far outweigh that of Dr. UN's awards. I won't base it on the procedures or how they do it. Yes, maybe you don't like the idea of people buying votes or people paying money to get more votes and get the award. Yes, we can disagree on that one. Or I may even agree with him that they should find a better way to do the award scheme. But still, the value of VGMA is far higher than that of Dr. UN's award. So I would disagree with Blakk Rasta on that one. But Dr. UN is doing a very good job. Now he's even getting platform to explain himself and then even invite others to also come for the awards.
Yeah,
I think
now his next award, he said he's honoring Jackie,
yes,
Blakk Sheriff, King Promise.
Yes, and now the awards will be more legitimate and more. It will be okay now because now you know that it is his awards, and he is the one trying to honor people. So based on that, I mean, now if you get the award, you know that it is coming from Dr. Ewan, and because he has observed things and think that you deserve an honor based on your works, why not? So I think now if you are receiving an award from Dr. Ewan, this is better. It is okay to receive award from Dr. Ewan now because now we know where it is coming from. And he is the one doing it with his own explanations and how he wants to honor people. So I think he's doing so far so good for him. Just that he should just try to be direct with people instead of giving a communique that may not give us the true meaning of what he wants to do or the value of what he is giving. That's all. But I think he is doing well based on now that we know for sure that it's an award coming from him, not coming from you.
Yeah.
So if you take the award, now it's an authentic award.
Okay.
It's not fake award. It's an award coming from him. So we should forget about what has happened. Now he's trying to correct things. I think he doesn't really.
And that's what Blakk Rasta seems to be saying.
Yes.
We should help him to correct it. If it is corrected,
yes,
you have a better something.
Yes, of course.
But not than VGMA.
Yes, that one there. He can't say that Dr. Ewan's award is bigger than VGMA. No, that one I would disagree.
I see. Okay, Nana, come through. Let's listen to you.
Well, Rasta, such a comment will come from Blakk Rasta because of his position on awards, and I share the same position, but I will not agree to him saying that Dr. Ewan's awards is better than that of VGMA. With that, I will not agree with him because VGMA has credibility and value than Dr. Ewan's awards. So if you say that, definitely straight away it comes like because you are against the procedures and the formalities of the awards. That's why you are saying that. So it becomes a shot and not really an objective something for us to even sit and talk about. But I will also personally, I personally don't really like awards that people have to invest money into it, go and buy credits, come and vote, and I feel it even creates room for or an environment for corruption, where if those who are organizing the awards, some of them wants to do side businesses with the awards, they can still have an opportunity to engage some of the nominees, and they will be doing black market and all of that. So personally, I will not go for any awards that people have to come and will be voting and will be promoting and advertising that people should vote for their favorite nominees and all of that. But yes, VGMA is VGMA. There's no way Dr. Ewan's awards comes close to it in any way. So as for Dr. Ewan's awards, in correcting it, I think that he should still give himself some time, because as we speak, I still doubt if some of our celebrities will want to associate themselves with him, whether he has corrected
it or not.
I mean, it will be personally if
so you mean the Blakk Sheriff that he's calling the Ogo?
I doubt. I'll be very surprised. I'll be very surprised.
Dr. Ewan is calling you.
In fact, I'll be very disappointed at their management if they even allow it, because if you check online right now, Chemo was checking online about the awards, and articles and stories, some from BBC, PG, and all of that, are all bad, very, very bad. And I don't think any brand would want to associate himself or herself to it and make it look like Dr. Ewan.
You wanted to give him water.
It's okay. Let me flow like water.
Flow like aqua.
So I mean, I think it can get better, but if I would have an opportunity, I would suggest to Dr. Ewan that he should still slow down and, you know, take his time to correct things, because the damage or the mess he caused himself has not been cleaned yet. The dirt is still there. The mess is still there. So together, let's all, you know, help him clean the mess, and then let's take our time to shape or proper position the awards so that our celebrities and brands can even associate themselves with it. But if you want to organize it 2022 and you are putting Blakk Sheriff, and me, if I'm managing any of these artists, I will tell them to ignore it.
Boss, if Dr. UN calls you, surely go.
No, I won't go.
You won't go.
No,
Dr. UN.
No,
I
won't go.
A whole Dr. UN.
A whole Dr. UN. He's just correcting it for us to know he's a whole Dr. UN. I mean, the deceit and that misleading, the deceit and the misleading information about the award. I think he should just give himself some time.
Look at him.
And the way, and you know one thing, you know one thing that it was, the way he carries himself around town. Around town, not even the interviews, around town. So to be shan the penona or the way of Bayer no like and no concept of course.
Sarkodie no abrepine all this.
Because Sarkodie popular.
Of course.
Because enga politicians are there awards more. Yes, Sarkodie.
Well, so let's put that to sleep and move on to the next business here on Showbiz Daily Sammy Flex TV. And we are going to look at a video that we have also chanced on Ghana Web. And I'm going to ask my panelists one very sensitive question, because when I saw the video, I said, hey, really? Then what might have gone wrong? Richie, you can show us the video of Wizkid and our own Pay Diesel. Okay, so in the video, who we see behind in the attire with the open front is Wizkid. That is Wizkid we see there. And the other guy with the blue top is our own Payday of R2Bees fame. As we see him, that is Payday of R2Bees fame. And interestingly, this is a video of old, not now, a video of old shared by this gentleman. I read someone knew him or someone knows him. The one who actually
ghetto boy.
Aha, he's a ghetto boy, but maybe someone should know him. And the person who posted the video actually captioned it. This one, the only we Gofi bring stars together. I say the only we Gofi bring two stars together. So we see Wizkid there. Obviously, he was with R2Bees. We know their friendship, and this is some of the things we say sometimes that our people in Nigeria don't get. That most of their people, they have their roots in the showbiz from here. They came to do so many things with our people, but we still appreciate the gap. We still appreciate what we see now, the difference now. The reason this even became story for us to discuss today, that looking at them, at that time it was obvious they were all finding their feet. In fact, even if I'm not scared, I want to even say that at that time, our boys R2Bees, they might be controlling, or they were controlling, even more than Wizkid. And I'm saying that with caution.
Yes, true.
Yes, I'm saying that with caution. If really he wasn't at their equal, or they were not on the same pedestal, they might have something that he did not have then. It could be money, it could be some attention, it could be fame, and all that, until we all see what is happening now. Now, look at Wizkid. Look at what he's controlling, his influence, his impact, and come back to look at R2Bees, their impact and their influence, and you ask yourself, were they the same squad who were in the same ghetto doing their thing? Were they the same squad? I know they are still friends, all right. They are still friends. They are cool. I'm sure they still vibe, all right. But now, should they appear, their power, their influence, would it be the same? Would it be equal? And that is what I want to ask my people once again. So this is the video. Maybe we can listen to VOT, aka Voice on Tape, briefly. And when we come back, ask my people that, was it luck? Was it hard work? What might have caused what we see now? Watch it. I'll be back.
New paint. You lie.
It's new paint. The new one. Yesterday. Yes.
Amen.
Hello.
New paint. You lie.
It's new paint. The new one. Yesterday. Yes.
Amen.
Hello.
New paint. You lie.
It's new paint. The new one. Yesterday. Yes.
Amen.
Hello.
New paint.
All right, so that was the video then. And I don't want us to show a video now because the gap we will see will be too wild and bad. Whilst Wizkid is jumping from one private jet to the other, I know our people will still be cruising on the land. Yeah, they are not begging. They are not begging. They are very fine. But of course, in society, we have strata. One, another strata, another strata, another strata. So my question is simple: that what might have caused the gap? Hard work, luck, circumstances, exposure in one's country, or what? Chemo, let me start this with you because this is a social pressure.
Yes, and I think the answer is simple. It's business strategies and then how hungry they both were at the time, based on who wants to do bigger than where they stand with time. I mean, when you look at the friendship that some of our musicians had with some Nigerian musicians, and now when you look at where they are and where our people are, I think the first thing is the business strategy and what we will at a point say that I'm okay and I don't want to do much or I don't want to go up again or something. And when you look at R2Bees, their attitude, I think it's in that direction. They don't force things or they don't do much. I think they think that they have arrived. I mean, what are we fighting for again? Looking at even their strategy and how they market their songs now, and even they don't push so much on social media. You hardly hear from them. They don't go for media tours. They don't do much. So they are still good. They are doing their thing, but they can't match up with somebody like Wizkid at the time that you can see that this guy is ready for the game. This guy wants more. So I think the obvious thing that I can say is that is their attitude towards business, the music business. That's what is bringing the gap.
That's music attitude. The business attitude.
Yes. You can clearly see that now, as at now, Wizkid will be jumping from one country to the other, doing one concert here, doing the other one there, and then the R2Bees will be relaxing in their comfort zone. I don't want to say ghetto.
No, not in the ghetto.
Not in the ghetto, but they will be doing.
They can go there periodically to visit the people there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Wizkid will also be moving around doing his concert and cashing in, and based on that, it will even give him the kind of status that he is holding now. Yes. So me, I think the difference is clear to me, and I'll attribute it to the business attitude, the music business attitude from both ends. And Wizkid has done it, and he is still doing it. I mean, I've seen one of his video on the one that YouTube pay me to do for them. Yes.
Yeah.
And then it was they were in a house, like a place that they were talking about their next gig, how they are going to do it, more like they are planning about their gigs and all that. And you hardly see R2Bees even online. You don't hear from them much. So this time around, the whole business and the whole music thing is online. You have to get your things right online so that you can command certain numbers and use them for the business that you want to do. So if you have decided not to talk much, you have decided not to appear on online or even on radio or wherever, then it will definitely affect your status. I don't even want to bring in the money part, because as for that one, we know both of them. If they are going for any concert, yes, you know how much they will charge. But I think R2Bees, they are not hungry. Their attitude towards the music business is not that of I want to be on top or I want to command certain numbers. I think that's where the difference will come in. I mean, their friendship will bring them together, but their status, we will know where they stand. So me, it's simple.
I think it's more business attitude.
Yes, it's more music business attitude. The R2Bees are not hungry and they may not want more. But if you see what is happening in Wizkid's life, you can see that no, the guy still wants more.
Yeah.
Even now that he has chalked this success and things are happening for him, he's still pushing. He's still not slowing. He is still pushing. He's still doing more. But R2Bees, a year, then you hear that they want to organize concert for
December. They have some 29
December concert or something. Okay, let's do back in the days. Let's go, and it's more like they are having fun. They are chilling as compared to they want
business.
to make money or do business. So it's simple. I think it's about the business attitude, and then Wizkid have it.
It's more business focused.
And R2Bees is like let's have fun and make some small money that we think we'll be cool with it. And Wizkid will be like, no, I want more, and that's what is working for him.
I see. Nana, what do you also see? Looking at this video.
Well, as I'm looking at the video, I see reality in life, whether you like it or not. Even the 4 of us sitting here, in the next 10 years, there will be gap, whether we like it or not.
Based on how you put in.
Yes. In fact, all of us, if we put us on one scale and we are all putting in at the same level, one will open gap. That is life. So when it comes to the music business, because, well, I don't have much details of what R2Bees have been doing back then. I can only assume based on what I see from afar and say, okay, maybe because they are not doing promo, they are not doing this. I don't know how they want to push. Maybe R2Bees are pushing, but their direction is very, very different from what maybe you will see Wizkid doing. So definitely the results will not be the same. And again, I can also say that musicians have their own, every musician have their own visions and satisfaction. I want to believe that maybe Wizkid at some point had that vision that he wants to do something that Nigerians have not seen before. He wants to be one of the most discussed artists on the globe. So if you have that mindset and you are going, you will definitely reach a higher height than somebody who have a mindset that, okay, I am satisfied if I conquer Africa. Or I am satisfied if I am able to conquer Ghana and I'm not hungry and I am okay. So definitely the results will not be the same. The gap will never be the same. So I want to believe that it is just life realities that is making us see some of these things, because I want to believe that R2Bees as musicians would also want to do something remarkable for themselves and get to certain levels that Ghanaians, even in the history of Ghanaian music, if not Africa, we can say, oh, this group did so and so, they were the first to do blah blah blah. They have been able to organize or play shows at this and that places and all of that. Like we are saying about Wizkid now. So it does not mean, I don't want to say emphatically that maybe they were sleeping on their work or they were not putting in much effort. Because I don't know what they were doing. They've been traveling in and out of the country. It might even be lack of opportunity. Sometimes you push harder based on the opportunities available to you. If you don't,
but sometimes you push harder to go meet opportunities.
So the thing is that sometimes you, in your pushing harder to go and meet the opportunity, you might need something to meet that opportunity. And if you don't have it, there's nothing you can do about it. So you only push based on resources and opportunities available to you now. You know that, okay, I want to be on R2Bees daily. I want to be part of Pandits on R2Bees daily. I know Lapiji. If I pick my phone and I call Lapiji and Lapiji say, oh, the whole week is booked, call me next week.
You not relent.
Yes, I will call. But if I don't call, that is my loss. That is when I can blame myself and say, oh, Lappy asked me to, I did not push enough. But if I keep calling, Lappy, I call next week, Lappy says, oh no, this week too, the Pandits are so and so, he gives me another story. Call me next month. I call next month. What can you do? But if I call next week and Lappy calls, okay, come on Wednesday. Nama faka, nama ba. I've pushed to get what I want. So sometimes, yes, people are pushing to get certain things that we might not be aware of or we might not see. So you might see them to be sleeping or maybe relaxing on what they have and all of that. Again, another thing is that some of us, because of the kind of lives we are living, our head cries is not the same. The favor on us is never the same. Sometimes you can enter into, you will get the opportunity to enter into Sammy Flex office. Sammy Flex will not give you any opportunity. In fact, and yes, some person will have more opportunity. No, we be pon clicking and say, I call you, me cast me pushing this on you say, obey Tini. But Roland will enter the office and Sammy Flex will get some energy like, no, this boy, I have to push him. I have to make him do it. Like, Roland, come here. Roland, come and do this. Roland, do it. Then before you see Roland, boom. You have passed through the same channel. What would you say to that?
Change your channel.
No, but I understand. You change your channel. Yeah, in order to keep pushing, you need to change your channel. But the question I want to ask is that there were opportunity in that same channel that you're also looking for. But you went there, you got it. It couldn't work. Somebody came, it worked. So yes, you can change your channel and yours will come from the other end. So that is how life will be.
Okay.
I am sure R2Bees also have a video of somebody they completed school with. Today, if you see the gap. In fact, me, I have some classmates, if I see them. No, let me say it. That's why we cry na Dubai buy. See, I make most of
come around
let me do that.
Dubai buy
ticket. And you're out of it.
Yeah.
It comes with some of these life opportunities. You understand? Yet here, Roland, wow, smooth.
So go Dubai. Pastor,
that's 27 days.
20.
And that's the very fasting. Okay, so you wrapping up, Rasta. I just want to believe it's just like.
But do you know in life, apart from the Dubai example and blah blah, there are some that we can all also work to get.
Yes.
Like Chemo was talking about R2Bees and their music attitude.
Yeah. It's clear for all of us.
We don't know how they are doing it. But these are talented duo. Like, they are too talented. Especially Mugis.
Talent overdose.
I'm sure if you are talking talent, Panye the Mugis to Anye the Wizkid to her, he will match him boot for boot.
And that is one factor you can also not take out because they are two. Do you know that if maybe Ebianka Wizkid and so a group and Anka Ebia almost more traveler and Ebianka Mundru destination I will do.
And also the music groups so
yes,
discussion.
Because the two traveling together will not be
like with R2Bees. You know, sometimes they permit that they go do their separate stuff. Yes. Solo jobs and come back.
Of course.
So what it means that if one had some channel that he could go for the other person to catch up.
He will still not leave the other person
to go chase that.
No, he will go and chase it. I don't know.
No, what I mean is he will lead it, and the other guy will come and catch up with him because they are still a group. Okay. I'm sure today, like he used the Wizkid example, where he is today, if he has a group, he will still do something with that group, and they will still be doing it. So yes, just as they are able to allow themselves, let me go and do a solo project, come back and still let's roll. I'm sure they can still do it.
That's a valid point. I mean, it can work like that. But again, Wizkid now, if he has a group back then, can also go and do something now, and the group will still not be where Wizkid is.
Well, you've made some valid points. Bro, let me also listen to you, what you see and how you see it.
That's first of all, realities of life, vision and hunger. You see, the example Reagan was giving, I said there was one guy that I even fed for a whole term back in GHS. Recently I met the guy. God will be forget to sell
to Johnny.
God will be away being.
Open up.
Sure.
Why?
Green.
And same way Kofa Kaba. So I hear from about Roland. Voice no so yes, our voice.
Asking voice.
Then back for the traffic light. Hey, that boy be my classmate too. He be my classmate. Give me where make I go see her.
Okay.
The last junkie state in Oniban. And this is one person that when I was a class prefect, he was assistant.
Wow.
Mine are good. That is the first part, realities of life. The second one has to do with your vision. And the third one is the hunger. You see, life itself wouldn't present, it's not fair. So basically, everybody is being put on a survival mode. That is the starting point. So with that starting point, knowing say life will not be fair to you, now you would have to create a vision for yourself. Where do you want to get to in the next 5 years? What do you want to achieve? What are your goals? That will determine how hungry you will be. Because if in the next 2 years I want people to see me like Despite. Now I can't 15 days, not 2 years, not so on. I can even be forced to go and use my break for money. Yes, that's how that will determine how hungry you are. Yes.
When you know you are timed.
Yes.
You are timed out.
Now
say when he knows he's timed out. This is a different contest.
Yeah, it's a timed out.
He said he knows he's timed out.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the bet like you fair or foul, you could do it. On the legal side, on the good side, on the positive side, it has to do with how hungry you are. That will determine your attitude when it comes to what you are doing or what you find yourself doing now. Because there are some attitudes that we put to our work, we attach to our work. When says attitude, when they come with Juma, there are some attitudes in fam queen. What I hate it, yeah, Freo ye now. Yeah, Freo say book you for show ye now. Who say we a pandit, yeah, Freo platform so he just say a send message can reply. Also a presenter, also you say we say. And same. Okay, accepted. They've accepted you on the platform. In himself, we say, but learn, improve.
Yeah.
Won't yet, and you still want to match up to that person. No. Even the realities of life, will not. It will beat you down. So gravity will beat you down. So what attaches this kind of attitude near the counter, it will beat you down. You don't go for interviews. You don't avail yourself. You know, people intentionally book business class tickets, and you say they can afford it too. They book business class ticket because
with the intention of meeting someone.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, women know I'm got na holiday in.
Yeah.
I'm say sure.
You see, you been trying that.
Or Junsosa.
Oh,
sorry,
Obi back in this.
You see, I walk while you be. They sketch a handkerchief. And then 15 minutes. You'll be at to pay one check. You don't avail yourself for opportunities. You are not hungry enough. Oda says, your friend said, Oda 8. Sorry, 8. Hey, Ubewo.
And then
Ghana. You day. Oda Bio name said now pay. No, you are not hungry enough. So in this already Nankasano, there is that reality say, yeah, say, yeah, to the same skills because Munyanim pa. Obi be the first. I'm Biari. Into Woodim say, Adie, Saman Jreme Hua, Merino. That is why when people are calling Stoneboy travel and tour artists, and they want to compare him to maybe Shatawale, say someone says Shatawale on Tukwan as well. You see, Obiani in your friend one now more dimbe to me. So Kobako now near 20,000. No, on him say Charlie 20,000 me Kobako Amina. Name me call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 20,000. Yes. In terms of my friend lazy, and I'm my friend travel and tour artist too. Because on also your on also bet media matching. So for this video here, it is just realities and hunger.
I see.
And yet, and no biana, and ye to me could do one. But then, let's all aspire to be okay, or comfortable, or in a place even in a classmate at a school crowd, we are not on the same level. But sometimes when we meet, you know, say okay, even though this person is not up to my level, you still have some level of regard for the person.
For that person, yeah.
That is life. In that sense, we can keep it balanced because Sammy Flex a media guru, or Adam Fubio police more no so police penny, so Jenny waha lawyer waha obi su oni pa. You understand? With that sense, no, I know the man networking, no, so nice. Because I believe, say, if Wizkid had not availed himself for R2Bees feature now, and can be an amfa. Patoranking them so left Nigeria, Mr. Eddie them so left Nigeria to Ghana to come and make it. But there are people here in this country. Charlie Moon is the oldest underground artist in the whole wide world. But I mean, Wizkid money, Patoranking money, Mr. Eddie, have come to the same country that you are saying, say, Unyano. To make it. It's your brochure for na moya na member brochure where they Ombra. Na money exchange.
BBR be fine. BBR be fine. So that is the story about Wizkid and R2Bees. Payday to be specific, according to the video we used as our case study. Now, life is like that. Sometimes what you are exposed to also can tell you how far you can go. So I want to believe that if today they come across this video, they remember what they were doing then. And if they want to do something
maybe some
different,
of the conversations they had.
they remember. So what I mean is that after seeing what they were doing then, if they decide on what to do now, where would they meet again?
Tiny is a
Even
rapper.
the guy who took the whole video.
I
wish I know his
Tiny is a rapper. He had the same opportunity. That is through Hammer. Sarkodie is also a rapper. The same Hammer now, son of fire. Now let's see the gap between Tiny and Sarkodie.
Okay, thank you so much for being a part of today's show, Showbiz Daily. We are so grateful with the kind of knowledge and information my panel members have shared here. Greatly inspired by their thoughts and their information. And I believe you will also be inspired by everything we've talked about here. If we said something that you loved, you can tell us in the comment section. If we said something that you did not like, once again, feel free, tell us in the comment section. But if you also want to enjoy more of this, then you have to subscribe to our channel. Let's do some more. On this note, I want to say thanks to Intim Solomon, the man at the extreme end. He is our IT manager. He is an online strategist. And I also have Nana Reagan in the middle. You can call him Beef Nation President. He's a promoter, talent manager, and an event person as well. And Roland Amate is also a talent manager. He's also an event, a blogger, and he's one of our pundits here on the show. So the guys behind the scenes, aka Jackie Boatin and Anabi. And Anabi should be in Ghana now. I think I have to check on him after the show. Yeah, he should be in Ghana now. I have to check on him after the show. Digital Rasta is Currency on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And
when is Sugar Lost show?
Tomorrow.
Today is your Grace show. Virtual Hub.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks to Lapiji, Gideon Nilam Tessin, and thanks to you for watching as well. My name is Sammy Flex. This has been Showbiz Daily. Tomorrow, when you wake up, remember that we have more entertainment or showbiz content on Sammy Flex TV. Watch it and be part of our audience. We are out of here.